Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Good afternoon, university students. My name is Anangalata Devidasi. I am a student here at the university, and throughout this semester I am presenting a series entitled Unequivocal Rantings by a Collegiate Existentialist. This third piece is called Authority Issues. We have an authority issue. That is why we are here in this material world. We divide the supreme authority, namely God, Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And now we are in this position of false controller and enjoyer. We live our lives like imitation gods. We think, I am the owner of my family, my friends, of my possessions. These exist for my enjoyment. This is a false mentality because we refuse to accept our inferiority in relation to the supreme controller and enjoyer. When we do accept authority, it is not God's authority we accept. The authority we accept is based solely on our fallible minds. We've placed so much importance on our relative perceptions of the world around us. In a world of relativity, there are endless interpretations projected onto what is. This means that the measure of anything is completely subjective. This world is full of it. A practical example is that heat is heat, but it is considered good when it is cold outside, and it is undesirable when the weather is already hot. This same relativity goes for the cold. We want to cool off on a summer day, but God forbid someone offer you an ice bath in the winter. On a more esoteric level, we have people thinking that Jesus is God, or that there is no God. Jesus is Jesus, and God is God, and there is an objective truth to their identities. But we live in a society where the only thing socially acceptable to do is to mutually respect one another's concocted realities. You think Jesus is God? Okay, you can believe that. You think there is no God? Okay, you can believe that too. We all have a right to believe what we want to believe. And then there's the agnostic perspective that, there's so much overlapping truth in all these scriptures. They're all right in their own way. I choose not to limit myself by identifying with one of them. For there to be varying levels of truth within these different religions and scriptures, that necessarily means there is an absolute truth that they are approaching. This Krishna consciousness is not another relative authority or approach to truth. It is the supreme authority. It is the absolute truth. I am not telling you that our philosophy is perfect. Believe it because I said so. I am here to share with those who are intelligent and who are humble enough to reevaluate the so-called authorities they've accepted while giving thought and contemplation to this philosophy. Krishna consciousness is not another I believe button you have the option of pressing. It is a systematic, comprehensive explanation for the reason of our existence that resonates at the deepest level of the individual because it is true. And because it is true, it is experienced and observable by anyone. That is what makes it absolute. It is not subject to opinion or personal belief. Once we intellectually accept these revealed truths given in the Vedic scriptures, namely the world as God, Sri Krishna designed it, we can take to the prescribed practice of chanting Hare Krishna with faith. Through this practical application, the knowledge becomes realized within the core of our hearts beyond the intellectual platform. I repeat, Krishna consciousness is not another button you have the option of choosing I believe. It is the absolute, authoritative knowledge on the soul, the Supreme Soul, Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the material and spiritual creations. Each one of these presentations has been given in a way that is logical. Any intelligent person listening can follow the logic and accept its validity, or at least be attracted enough to inquire more. Many will not be able to comprehend the words coming out of my mouth. Most will still apply their own relative perception to what I'm saying and lump Krishna consciousness into another option of religion. These persons are not ready to surrender their relative authority and come to a place of acceptance of their infinitesimal position as servants of God. These persons are not my audience. I am only speaking to those who are attracted to elevated spiritual principles and would like to take their spiritual life more seriously. The books by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, are available for purchase at www.purelyprabhupada.com. They present the absolute truth authoritatively, and accepting their authority only gives peace and liberation to the heart. The chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, which I will be leading next, is the authoritative prescription for God realization in this age. Please join in the chanting and realize for yourself the ultimate bliss and satisfaction that comes from accepting the supreme authority. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So I will now be leading this chanting. It is call and response if you feel inspired to join. But I will first begin with a prayer to His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, who gave us this knowledge and brought the chanting of Hare Krishna all across the world. It does not depend on what body you were born in. It's completely transcendental on the level of constitutional positionality. So don't be surprised or shy if you feel happy after hearing it. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishisha Shunyavadi Paschatya Disha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Nama Eva Kevalam Talo Nastyeva Gatiranyata Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Shri Mahamantra ki jai. All glories to the chanting of the great chant for deliverance. Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.